You like a god to me.
Like a god. Son, I am God.
Greetings. Welcome to episode 80. That's 80. This is container 32, part 1. And I really don't know what's in here. So let's dive in. Toss the lid to the side. We have some, looks like German and Japanese advertisements. So probably games came wrapped in these, and I thought they were cool, so I kept them. No need to keep them any longer. We have, for powering Game Gear and some other unknown handheld system, Mad Catz Universal Car Adapter, completely compatible with Game Gear for full power in the car, anywhere, anytime. It's like a tagline for a fight movie. Anywhere, anytime. Can't beat a good universal adapter. Let's see what we have right on top here as far as games. We have Super Return of the Jedi. One player, animated violence by Black Pearl. All the adventure and excitement of the 16-bit game. Are you ready to challenge the dark side? I don't know if I've shown you this game before or not. I'm uncertain. I think I have a sealed copy of that somewhere. If I haven't already showed that to you sealed in a previous container, containers 1 through 31, it might still be in the remaining one of the remaining containers. All right, wrap this one up pretty well. This is Mega Man by Capcom. And the box is in really good condition. One player, animated violence, comic mischief. This game goes for a few dollars. I post on Instagram when people post up Mega Man for crazy prices, like $2,500 for this game, complete in box. And I'm just like, come on. And I have another one. So, and I think I have this game also brand new sealed somewhere. If memory serves me correctly, I do. Move some bubble wrap here. And as you see, we have a very good condition RC Grand Prix 1 to 4 players by Absolute Entertainment. Don't see this game pop up a lot, on eBay at least. I'm not too versed in the forums. I know people do like buying, selling, trading in the forums. I've never bought, sold, or traded anybody anything Sega Game Gear through a forum. I've sold other things through forums, but nothing Sega Game Gear related. So, I don't know. I have trust issues. This is the Smurfs. Again, in the cellophane clear bag. So, it must be... Yeah, this is brand new condition by Infogrames. One player only, and it's an action game. I know I've showed you this before, and I think the other one that I recently showed you also was in a cellophane bag, in addition to having bubble wrap around it. So these might have come straight from somebody who had like a brand new case of them. and they sent them to me extra safe, so I just left them wrapped up extra safe. So I will put that back in the cellophane bag. Let's see. Let me just grab and see what we find. This is The Lion King by Majesco. The graphic, the quality of the color graphic is not good, and the screenshots of the game on the back are not good. They look kind of pixelized and blurry. But that's Majesco's version of The Lion King. They only released specific games, Majesco did. They only did a limited amount of games for the Game Gear when they re-released it. I was looking at the list the other day, as a matter of fact, because I, for some reason, was curious. I'm like, which games did Majesco do for Game Gear? And the list wasn't long. And the only new one that they did was Super Battle Tank, which was already finished and ready for production, and it never made it, and then Majesco put it out. That game without Majesco would have never been released, most likely, at least not in like actual tangible in-box form. You'd have been able to play the ROM of it. Desert Strike, Return to the Gulf by Dumark. Aerial combat at its finest. And Tenjin, one player, made in Japan. Move these games over a little bit, give myself some room to spread out. This is Miss Pac-Man by Namco, and this is distributed by Majesco. So I have another copy of Miss Pac-Man by Majesco. I don't know if it was the last container or the container before. They all sort of blur together. I showed you one of these. And was like, oh, Majesco, fantastic. We have Deep Duck Trouble starring Donald Duck. I think Majesco redid this game. This game is the original version, not the Majesco version, but I think Majesco did this. I think they redid this game and re-released it when they put out their Majesco system, which I just posted about on Instagram, Sega versus Majesco, in regard to the Game Gear. So if you're interested, search for segagamegeargod on Instagram and follow me, because I try to post stuff every day. Just about Game Gear, nothing else. Nothing else about life or travels or work or anything like that. It's just straight Game Gear. Virtua Fighter Animation. This is kids to adults. And it's only one player. Box is a little bit smushed. It's got animated violence because it's a fighting game. 8 playable Virtua Fighter characters. I never played this in the arcade. I remember seeing it in the arcade, but I did not play it. We have a Lonely Sonic the Hedgehog 2 instruction manual just laying here. I'll put it in the to-be-filed boxes of manuals. We have Land of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. And this is in really good shape. Not a rare game, but just a game. Looks like a side-scroller based on the screenshots on the back. Pursue the mysterious phantom through 3 enchanted kingdoms to save King Horus, King Goofy, and best friend Donald Duck. So far, Mega Man and Super Return of the Jedi are the 2 that are standing out to me. We have Super Columns. Very common game. Kids to adults. gear-to-gear cable hookup. And I know I've shown you this before. This is just like Joe Montana football or NFL 95 or NHL hockey. If you collect Game Gear in any capacity, you're going to end up with probably several copies of Super Columns and Columns. We have a Japanese game. This, I believe, is Kuni-chan 2. I'll put it on the screen, of course, so you can see, but this is part 2 of that. I think it's Kunichan. There might be more to the title, but that's just what I remember. I remember the character's face. And I'm like, hey, what else we got? Got another little Japanese game here. This has stickers, price stickers on it. But they're like white circles that someone wrote. Game Gear Racing, $14. And they also put a plastic hang tab on this box, which Japanese games did not come with. It says all English, all racing. Super Monaco GP. I really don't know if the Japanese version is in English or not. Could be. Not that you need to be reading a ton of text to play a racing game, but... let's see. This is a box filled with address labels and return labels and other related paperwork from purchases from way back when. I don't see a date on any of these, but it's my old address, so that's been a while. Don't know why I kept all those, but I did. This box is a little smushed. I'll have to pull that up and give you the proper title, because I recognize the cover of the box, but I don't recognize, I can't tell you the title. But I do know it's a Japanese game. We have Outrun, the Japanese version of Outrun. 1 to 2 players. There we go. Nice clear focus in on that one. Made in Japan. 1991. We'll keep going here. I see a couple more Japanese games. This has shrink wrap around the box, and the sticker is on the cellophane. And this is Tails Adventures, so at least the sticker is not on the box. I think I have a few copies of this particular game, and it can go for a few dollars. Tails Adventures and Tails Sky Patrol, I think, are the two Tails games, not related to directly with Sonic in the Japanese market. Galaga 91. And this box has the notorious staple marks. So this game box came with the lot of boxes that I had, empty boxes that I had purchased a long time ago that came with the prototypes that I've mentioned before. So it had US boxes, European boxes, and Japanese boxes. There was a lot of empty Game Gear game boxes in that auction. So that would not be considered mint in the box, because the box is not mint. It'd be complete in the box. We have Space Harrier. Looks like it had a hanger tab of some type. on it at some point. So that's adequate at best. It's a fun game. My oldest brother actually, when this was in the arcade, it was one of the first arcade games that I remember where you would sit down and the entire unit would move with the action on the screen. So if you went up, the chair would lift up. If you'd go down, side to side, I think it'd vibrate too if like you got hit. But he poured a lot of money into that arcade game, and he finally beat it. And he was very excited to beat Space Harrier in the arcade. I can't think of the name of the arcade. That's terrible. It was like right when I was telling you that story, it was right on the tip of my tongue, and now it's gone. Pop Breaker. We've seen this before. Made in Japan, 1990, by Micro Cabin. Bubble wrap. Let's see what we got here. We have Paperboy 2. And this is mint in box. This is in super good condition. I'm surprised I didn't wrap that differently. One-player game. I played Paperboy 1 in the arcade where the joystick was like handlebars. I used to play that at Showbiz Pizza Place. That was one of the games that I look forward to playing was Paperboy. I don't know if Paperboy 2 ever made it into full arcade mode or not, or if it just went straight to at-home systems. Fatal Fury Special by Takara. MA13. You gotta be mature to play. Ah, the back is ripped. There's a rip at the back. That blows. I've seen this game bootlegged quite a bit. And bootlegged in the sense that the people selling it were trying to sell it as authentic, and it obviously wasn't, because you could tell how poor of a scan the box was, but they must have thought that it was a game that was hot in demand, so they bootlegged it. We have cleaning gear. I've shown you brand new ones of these that I have. Some guy had a whole lot of brand new cleaning gear. In fact, he had content when I bought 2 of them from him, made in Malaysia, by the way. I had bought 2 from him, and then he sent me a message asking me if I wanted to buy a whole case of 6 or 8, and I was like, no, I'm good, dude. I'm good. And here's another one. Got some price stickers on it. Clean out your cartridges, clean out your actual system. My disguise is being an asshole. All right. This is in a Target bag. And what it is, I'm going to remove all the bubble wrap. See if I can get that. It's a Sonic Sports System. See how centered I can get that for you. It's in really good shape. For being so big, oftentimes things that are in bigger boxes get kind of messed up when they get shipped by certain people, certain sellers. They don't pack them right. And what was a really good box when they posted it in the auction shows up to you crushed, ripped, damaged, smashed, which is very disappointing when you're really looking forward to it because you're like, oh, it's in such good condition. I want it for my collection. And then they pack it like an idiot, and you're like, great. Now it's in the same condition as the one that I already have. Boy, the miles and miles of bubble wrap and packing tape that I must have used. Jeez. Carry-all, complete transportation for all your Game Gear components. I've showed you this before, just loose, but this one's complete in the box. I think I've showed you several of these. It's a hard case with a carry strap. It can hold the rechargeable battery pack or the AC adapter, holds the unit, can hold the TV tuner, and can hold games. And the car adapter. And I'm cheating by looking on the back. So don't let me fool you that I knew all of that off the top of my head by just looking at the box. Because that would be a lie, and I don't want to lie to you. This feels odd. Just a random TV tuner. Just wrapped individually. Just sitting out there. No box, no context. I'll add it to the pile. Okay, I'm looking at a box of loose games, and it has, let me move this so you don't see my address, it has the number 63 written on it, so there must be 63 loose games in here. Oh, I remember this box. Let me just check really quick. I bought these for the protective cases because they were all brand new. And they are 63 copies. Brand new copies, never played, no marks where it's been inserted into a system, of the wonderful game NHL All-Star Hockey. I'll put it up on the screen, the loose cartridge, so you can see up close, but you know what this game looks like. I mean, obviously, you've seen this before. So I have 63 copies of NHL hockey. Glad I bought that. I'm just looking. Okay. I think I'm going to end it there. I don't want the video to be too long. I have a really busy work week this week. New schedule, which is going to wear me out. So I'm going to limit the length of this video so I have time to edit it in time for it to be released on Friday at noon. So thank you for joining me. If you're not already subscribed, please do. If you enjoy seeing what I pull out of containers, please give me a thumbs up. And hit the little bell notification so every Friday at noon when I post a new video post, you're made aware of it so you can watch it. And I will see you back in 1 week for episode 81. Still container 32, but it'll be part 2. So until I see you in 1 week, please be well.